You could have perfect grammar, very fluent English, and a very clear message. But if your body language is off, your patients won't trust you, your colleagues won't take you seriously, and you can miss out on career opportunities. This is because you'll be seen as unsure, even if you know exactly what you're doing. In today's video, I'll show you the top body language mistakes that quietly destroy your credibility in healthcare and the small shifts you can make today to lead every conversation with confidence. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Frustrated to Fluent. I'm Devin Bruce. I'm the founder and CEO of the English Communication Academy. We help non-native English speakers in healthcare communicate effectively with their patients, colleagues, and staff. And today's video, I really want to talk about something that's constantly overlooked in language learning, and that's body language, especially in healthcare where things can be a matter of life and death, because you can have perfect grammar. You can be extremely fluent in English and a very clear message. But if your body language is saying something else, you're going to be overlooked. People are not going to trust you. And unfortunately, people just won't take you seriously. So if you've ever felt like that, even though that your English is very fluent, then this video is for you. Today, we're going to be talking about those body language issues and, more importantly, how to fix them. All right, let's get to it. Here's something about body language in healthcare that constantly gets overlooked, and that is, in healthcare, how you say something is just as important as what you say. Body language, it plays a huge role in building patient trust, in showing leadership during emergencies, and navigating team dynamics. But here's the problem. Many fluent professionals, they over-focus on their words and they completely ignore what their body is projecting. That disconnect, it can lead to all sorts of mixed signals. And then also it kills your credibility. Here are the most common body language mistakes that people make in healthcare. Number one, avoiding eye contact. Now, this one's a little tricky, but hear me out. When you're avoiding eye contact, even just for a few seconds, that can make you seem untrustworthy, distracted, or insecure. This is very true in Western clinical environments because it signals disconnection or even guilt, whether or not that's true. The tricky part is that for many non-native English speakers, depending on the country or the culture, direct eye contact, it can be seen as aggressive or disrespectful. That's based on cultural norms. But in high stakes environments like healthcare, especially in Western environments, direct eye contact is expected and it's a sign of presence and confidence. A real world example of this is during a patient intake, you're asking important health questions, but your eyes, they keep shifting down to the floor or to your notepad. When that happens, your patient, they start to close off emotionally because they're assuming that you're uninterested, you're nervous, or you don't know what you're doing. A really good way to fix this is to practice soft, consistent eye contact. Now, this is not like a staring contest, like you got to keep looking at them like this without blinking. No, it's not like that. What you can do is just aim for a triangle pattern between the eyes and the bridge of the nose. Just doing that alone, it will show that you're present, engaged, and confident. Another mistake that people make with their body language is fidgeting too much or they're touching their face. When you fidget a lot, that sends a very powerful message that you might not be aware of. And that's definitely one that you don't want to send. Whether it's playing with your pen or adjusting your sleeves or touching your face, do you know what that tells people? I'm anxious. I may not know what I'm doing. I might feel unworthy. I don't feel ready. The reason why that this happens is because nervous habits are often unconscious. But in a professional setting like healthcare, especially when you are already being judged on your language or your culture, these habits amplify the perception of nervousness or inexperience. An example of this is you're presenting lab results during a team meeting and you keep touching your face or you keep fidgeting and moving around. You're touching your hair or your glasses. Even though your English is clear and you know what you're doing, People are going to be focusing more on your movements than your message. A good way to fix this is to anchor your hands by either clasping them loosely or holding a small object like a clipboard. A good way to see if you are fidgeting a lot is to record yourself and notice what your hands are doing when you're speaking. That way you can build intentional stillness, because when you do that, that stillness builds trust. Another mistake that people do with their body language is they speak with their arms crossed. Depending on the vibe that you're giving off, crossed arms can signal resistance or even discomfort. Even if it's subconscious, this closed off posture makes you seem distant or defensive, especially when speaking up in clinical settings. The reason why this happens is because many people, they cross their arms out of habit, fatigue, or to create a sense of safety. But in a professional setting, this can signal disagreement, insecurity, or even defiance. That's why I said it's important to make sure you are aware of the vibe that you're putting off. An example of this is you're listening to a colleague give instructions, but your arms, they're folded tightly across your chest. They could interpret that as you being dismissive or uninterested, even though you might just be cold. So, a good way to handle that is to keep your arms relaxed by your sides. Use open, intentional gestures that invite connection. And if you need to do something because it's a bad habit, hold something lightweight to prevent folding your arms. That way you can keep that open posture. Now, this next mistake is something that I see all the time that non-native English speakers in healthcare do, and that's speaking too fast with the frozen face. When your face is frozen and your pace is rushed, you lose your audience. And again, it doesn't matter if your grammar is perfect. This combination, it feels robotic, anxious, and disengaged. And the reason why this happens is because for a lot of non-native English speakers in healthcare, they want to rush just to get it over with. Someone said they like to vomit it out to get it done and over with. Unfortunately, when you do that and you have a very flat, emotionless expression on your face, it removes the warmth and clarity that you need in healthcare settings. An example of this is you're explaining discharge instructions quickly and with no expression. So your patient, they look confused and then they don't speak up. But later, they may return with complications because they just didn't understand what you were saying. A good way to fix this is to slow down your pace and connect with your message by using the appropriate facial expressions. Make sure that your facial expressions match your words. If you look reassuring, your words are going to sound reassuring too. And then finally, the last mistake I want to talk about is you shrink yourself physically. That's hunched shoulders, lowered head, slouched posture. When you have that, it says, ugh, I don't belong here. I don't think I'm worthy. Should I even be here? And when you have that kind of posture, you think that you're the problem. And unfortunately, people believe you. And for this one, I understand why this could happen. If you've ever been underestimated in healthcare because of your accent, your race, your gender, your background, something like that, your body might unconsciously try to take up less space. That's a trauma response, not a character flaw. An example of this is you walk into your morning rounds with amazing ideas, but you're hunched over and barely speak above a whisper. People overlook you before you even begin. The best way to fix this is to stand tall, shoulders back, head up, because this is your space too. You deserve to be there. Even if you don't feel 100% confident yet, your body posture will let everyone, including yourself, know that you are ready, you are prepared, and you know what you're doing. Because over time, that actually builds confidence. Now, if you want to sound credible in healthcare, your body has to match the message. Here's a simple formula: clear message plus a calm voice plus a confident body equals credibility. And the best part about this is that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to focus on grammar rules or getting rid of your accent. You just need to be intentional. And the way that you start being intentional is to just start small. Maintain gentle eye contact. Stand tall. Use one purposeful hand gesture per sentence. Mirror the emotions. That way you can be reassuring if you need to. These subtle shifts can make a massive difference in your credibility because credibility, it's not just about your words. It's about your presence. All right. If this video helped you, please hit like and subscribe. I post new videos every week to help you build real world fluency in healthcare. Also, please share this video with other non native English speakers in healthcare. I am on a mission to close the language gap. And if you want some more quick fixes, you can download my free guide. 10 phrases every healthcare professional should know. It's jam packed with essential phrases, when to use them, when not to use them. It talks about tone, pacing, and gives real world examples that you hear all day, every day. And if you want the link for that, the link is in the description box below. And if you like this video, check these other ones out too. All right, that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Take care.